Hello and welcome to Divine Heartfire. My name is Vivian Moon, and this is a reading for the Twin Flame Collective with Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine on each side of this lovely crystal grid that I have been using for a couple of days. It helps me to get in touch with my spirit guides and channel my light language, which is of the Lemurians, the ancient ancestors of this earth. And I'm going to go through, do the light language channeling first to see if I get any visions and get an impression of what's going on for the Twin Flame Collective right now. And then I'm going to pull some oracle cards and some tarot cards. So if you've never heard light language before, just know that I'm channeling spirits. Essentially, they are earth spirits, elementals, fae, or angelics that are coming through, aka starseed, galactic. It's all very similar, and it kind of just depends on who's listening, who this message is truly intended for. So if your heart called you to this reading, it's definitely a very sacred reading for you. And we're going to be diving deep into some very esoteric and healing messages. Whatever you need to hear at this moment of time. It is a timeless reading. So let me center myself and get the light language and the channeled messages through my vision. All right. Waranayangiriata yendia, Waranayangarahiniyanaji, Wanakutuyotayanatariane Warada, Waranayangara, Urianitiriana Yanariadora, Morianga Yadiaturiania Deshtaniana, Niadia Kanayaditiriania Deshtania Kauriane Orakari. Very interesting. So This is a very interesting message from this vision. The message was of a land turtle on the beach looking out at the ocean. Like, that land turtle is not meant to swim in the ocean. And so it's definitely like knowing the difference between what one person needs versus what the other one needs. Because like turtles are both similar in the fact that they're turtles, but they can live in different habitats. They can have drastically different needs. So that's a theme that's coming up, is partners having different needs. But the original title of this video, it's very funny, but it was the reason why I was inspired to do this reading. My roommate is listening to kind of like the corny romantic 80s music right now, and that song No More Love on the Run was playing. And it was talking about like two hearts that beat as one. And I was like, okay, I think I need to do a twin flame reading. From my Reiki Oracle deck, the card that's on the bottom is Harmony and Balance. So I'm just going to put that card right in the center to remind you all that that's what this journey is all about. This is a sacred Reiki symbol. So if you want, you can just see if you get any kind of activation off of that symbol, because maybe some of you remember on a soul level. This is for the feminine. Okay, cool. This card just kind of swooshed out. So we have, funny, because that's exactly what I was just doing, Spirit Invocation. So some of you are also doing this, is what I'm getting. You're either communing with deity, seeing spirits, and you may even be able to evoke your divine counterpart in the 5D. So it's like whatever spirits you're channeling, right? No matter, like I said, if they're ancient ancestors, galactics, fae, whatever you call them, dragons. They're helping you to manifest, and that they want you to trust your spirit guides. They want you to trust your spirit guides, because we also have removing negative energy And then we have word spirit, which I also really heavily associate this with light language. So if you're drawn to the light language part of this video, just know that listening, wow, master of a trade. So some of you are masters of a trade. And it could have something to do with energy work here. Some of you either want to be masters of a trade of energy work. Some of you are light language channelers who want to do distance healing, because I just opened up the deck and then I have distance healing. And I think this also means that the energy exchange between you and your divine counterpart is becoming more balanced via the energy work that you're doing on yourself and even others, is what I'm getting. So this spirit invocation indicates a past energy, because in Japanese everything is right to left instead of left to right. So it's basically saying whatever spirit you invoked, whatever, if you did like a ritual, a magic ritual, or a Reiki healing recently, but I'm getting that as distinctly like working with a deity or working with another spirit guide. If you got a distance healing, light language activation, it's helping you to manifest. But first, a lot of negative energy has to be removed. So it's like we're in this, I feel that the Twin Flame Collective right now is in this phase of removing negative energy, especially around thoughts and thought forms with this word spirit. I also see it as being about thought forms. And so I think this also talks about, sorry, I'm kind of out of the camera. I'm just now using this arrangement for the first time. I'm sorry. It's a beautiful picture. I really feel like since this is in the future, it's saying that you're going to be coming into contact with even more guides, spirits. I'm hearing ancestors with these particular figures on the card. So it's like you come into contact with ancestors, which help you to heal your ancestral line. And I'm struggling with which card to put out first, but these are the cards. Like, I see you mastering something in the future as well after this negative energy is removed. Okay, so your mastery here is coming. If you picked this reading and you were really drawn to it and you also feel that you're the divine feminine in this connection. I'm also going to be addressing the divine masculine as you, not just because I feel like some masculines are actually watching readings now, but because I feel like we all have divine masculine, divine feminine within us. So, they're saying not me, but that means I really want to try. Okay, that's so funny. Not me, but it says male. Ooh, that's juicy, you guys. That's juicy. So we go from male to master of a trade, male. Okay, so it's like not all of the counterparts are biologically male is what that means for you all. And if this is you, if this is your masculine energy too, it's like your masculine energy is part of what's allowing you to kind of like level up. There's like a level up on both sides here. The masculine in this connection is mastering something too, though it may be distinctly different from what's going on over here. But I see that they're going from kind of like a wounded masculine to a healed masculine. That it makes a ton of sense. And some of them may actually be going through some kind of initiation and attunement through the crown chakra, because it's like the goddess is activating. And when I say the goddess, I mean the great goddess. There's also family here as an influence. So they're saying past influences of the family are what's being healed from right now. Like getting rid of anger, I just heard. Like getting rid of anger for weird dynamics where... Because it's like I'm seeing one child is kind of like the good boy over here. He's being groomed. The other one is like the bad boy. Like he's doing things behind his mother's back. And one of them, this child comes off as very neutral / feminine to me. But the feminine is like begging for mother's attention here. So I'm seeing these as being three aspects of your masculine that are kind of coming into union alignment within this person. Like they're not seeing themselves as good or bad anymore, and maybe they're not as, maybe they're still having trouble asking for attention though, is what I'm getting. So because that figure makes me feel really sad. Like this little girl makes me feel really sad. And so that's kind of what I'm seeing happening within this masculine right now, is that they're mastering themselves, but when it comes to asking for love and asking for attention, there's still this past influence on a feminine emotions type level that's not letting them do this right now. Praying, and they're praying. They're praying. Ooh, this is even juicier, guys. Okay, so they're praying, and then what are they praying for? We have gratitude. Show gratitude and kanshasite. It also shows a world, just like this manifesting grid shows a world. So there's some definite mirroring going on right now in the Twin Flame Collective. Like, intensely. Look at that. Lemurian energy is coming through with this killer whale. And Kuan Yin on the feminine side. Well, I'm just feeling Kuan Yin a lot these days. A lot. And Kuan Yin is the goddess of forgiveness, mercy, and compassion. That's the main thing I'm picking up, being the negative energy that's being removed is anger and violence and threatening energy and saying negative things to each other in the ethers. And that's what's being removed, because I think a lot of people are looking at it like, I just don't need that kind of energy in my life anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to put the two mirroring cards right where everybody can see them, because that's just too cool to me. It's a reminder, it's a reminder that this journey really is. And I want to go off of that too. Okay, so praying is left on the bottom of the deck, and I'm compelled to ask the question, what are they praying for on each side? What are they praying for? What is Divine Feminine praying for? More time, I think, to gain strength, or for some reason, for some of you. For others, it's energy. You're praying for energy. You're praying for the life to come back to you, and for your thoughts to remain positive, because we have this Hierophant. It's like a level of mastery with that negative energy being removed, and it's through the mind right now. Might be around work with 3 Pentacles, but it could also just be around community. Speaking about your role as a Hierophant, as a master, your role as a master feels challenged right now, because maybe there's a little bit of forlorn, the Chariot reverse, forlorn about the masculine not coming forward, because that may have been something you wanted to manifest and weren't able to kind of like let go of, if this is you. If you're watching as the masculine, your person has not let go of you yet. But their energy is subdued towards you due to the fact that maybe they're not as energetic as they want to be at all right now. Saw a snake for the masculine. That's awakening, by the way. Snake. Empress reversed. Mother issues. Conflict with the mother. Conflict about the mother. Conflict about the truth. Conflicted about their truth. Conflicted about your truth. If you're conflicted about your truth and you're watching as a masculine, it's like, know that neither truth makes you a good or a bad person. The truth that you seek is the truth that will fulfill you. That will make you feel what feels good. Since we create our own reality, what feels good to believe in? What feels right to believe in? Because we have the star in reverse. Like, if either the masculine within you, the watcher as a divine feminine, is going through a phase of lacking a lot of faith right now, with the moon in reverse, things will be revealed. What's being revealed is from the past emotions. Because we have 8 of Swords here. It's like being able to acknowledge these emotions for the first time, almost. They're saying not me for this card. Okay, yeah, Six of Swords. So it's like with Six of Swords and they're saying not me, it's like they haven't moved on. This person hasn't moved on from the past yet. The masculine of the collective hasn't moved on from the past yet. They don't feel good about themselves yet. But soon they will. And soon you will. Soon we all will have this feeling of purpose and passion and moving forward with an open heart. And there's fish on this armor too. So it's that Kuan Yin energy of being able to forgive. Okay, I'm putting that right here. Being compassionate and honest and not wavering between should I reveal this or not. Because we have Page of Swords and Ace of Swords reversed. Watching but not saying anything. Looking at the Divine Feminine not saying anything. Okay. And it's because of that Tower energy still lingering. I want to see what this is from. Restless energy. Okay, so a lot of this Tower energy is just coming from emotions that are coming up to the surface. And addictions resurfacing and needing to quit addictions and needing time to quit addictions because the addictions are seriously detrimental to the body, to the wealth, to the earth element. Hermit in reverse. Yeah, and there is a need to come out of the cave too. Despite all the healing that's going on, there's a need to come out of the cave, to communicate, to be open and not to shut the world out, to not isolate self. Not isolate self. To have the courage to communicate to the world. Especially if it's gratitude. Especially if gratitude for the things that you want to manifest and the things that you already have manifested. Yeah, because there is a deep feeling of insecurity going on right now. Okay. Cute deck choice, Spirit. What is the specific message that we have from the Lord of the Rings? Aww. That's sad. Okay, we have the Nine of Cups, but this is a very interesting message as it applies to the story. We also have the Hermit. Bilbo holds his birthday party at Bag End. If some of you have a birthday soon, happy birthday. If you are watching because there's like this community around you, but you don't feel like it's fulfilling you, this is a message to let you know that Bilbo disappears on his community. He just like poof, peaced out. And everybody was like, yo, what the fuck, Bilbo? But he had his reasons for doing what he did. I would look into that part of the story and ask if this is you, if this is what you want to do or what you feel like you're doing on an emotional level. If you're just like ghosting your community in order to get right with yourself with this Nine of Coins. Because this Nine of Pentacles wanted to come out on the other side too. There's a transformation underway with the Feminine, Death in reverse. That's about hiding with the Magician in reverse. Keep it secret, keep it safe. And what are we keeping secret? Some of you are keeping this secret. Some of you with this Knight of Swords are tired of keeping it secret. Some of you know that, okay, this card doesn't say Galadriel, but I was thinking about Galadriel the other day. How she refuses to succumb to the temptation of the ring, right? So Two of Cups can also be new soulmates. Faramir embraces Éowyn because these aren't the two main lovers of the story. They're a set of two different lovers. That's, yeah, 15 in reverse. So karmics, for getting free from karmic relationships that were too depressing. Yeah, that's why this Hermit is here. That's why it's like that community is. You're just kind of like, if you're watching this and you're the Feminine, you're kind of going, ew, I don't need that BS anymore. Okay, and they don't want me to use this for the masculine. They want me to use this one for the masculine. So, what is this passion that they're pursuing? Maybe other than, what is their purpose? Ooh, integration and faith. They feel passionate about coming into balance within themselves. That's really cool. And like I said, that's temperance, so quitting addictions.
becoming emotionally clear and mentally clear and just clear, right? Because my vision of this Knight of Cups had always been him getting to the river and taking all his clothes off and playing in the river. And right when I said that, my roommate goes apeshit, of course. My Virgo Leo cusp roommate. Traveling. So this does have to do with like an epic quest too. And I'm almost hearing them say, well, where shall I go? Where shall I go? Is the earth calling me? Yep, we have the full. Is the earth calling me in some direction? And I think that the whole collective is like there's conscious awareness of the earth calling them in different directions and going like, well, which direction do I pick? And so it's like there's many trails, many pathways, many paths to the same summit is what I'm hearing. In Taoism, that's what they say about enlightenment. And I'm getting many paths to the same summit. And it's like this fool, I'm getting the impression he doesn't actually know which cliff he's going to jump off of until he actually does it. So there's this uncertainty, but it may not be the path that they originally thought they would take, because it's like we have this path here for traveling, and then we have this path here, which is like underneath the gorge. It's at the bottom of the mountain rather than the top. Ooh, the lovers. So, definitely wanting the epic quest to be with the counterpart. With the divine union counterpart. And right now, this is, again, it's like the fool is reaching out towards this divine feminine, but it is the desire for a divine relationship in general. It is that feeling of like, well, if I can't have you, I do want this divine love. I do want this divine love. I don't want a regular ass, controlling, boring karmic relationship either, but maybe they're not sure what that looks like. Let's get another clarifier for the lovers. Intensity. Yeah. Okay. There is a desire for less intensity, though. More harmony, less intensity. And that might be a reason why they haven't come forward, is because they're like, can I handle basically what I was feeling last time? It's like they want this connection, but they don't want it to be the way it was last time. And there's almost an awareness of like, but yeah, there's gonna be karma clearing. There's gonna be times when I need to heal my deepest wounds. There's gonna be all of that. So let me see if they're actually willing to do that. If they're, okay, yeah, we have the Tower. This is the masculine. Okay, understanding in reverse. They don't know. They don't know if they're able to handle it. If they're able to handle the emotional charge of the connection. They need support with totality. They need to feel like they're a part of something bigger. And I think we all do. I think there's a sensation of moving towards where you feel appreciated for all that you are. And if you are looking for places to feel appreciated, they're saying rest, because you may be challenged everywhere you go, no matter who you go towards. Like I was saying, many paths to the same summit. You can't run away from your own energy. This connection, this particular connection, will get you to enlightenment faster, maybe, than other connections. And this counterpart may already be a master in things that you need to know about. This counterpart will meet you where you're at, too. There's no superiority complex here. There's just this mutual feeling of respect. But this person is like, are you going to, there's that turtle, are you going to realize that I have different needs than you? And realize that I now realize that you have different needs than me. Going back to that turtle, I now realize that you have different needs than me, opposite needs. And that is something that I'm willing to entertain, because what does that do? That brings balance, alignment. It brings an understanding. And it's also this understanding that things do not need to happen fast. Things do not need to manifest quickly. but that doesn't mean that they won't, okay? So let's see what else wants to. They want me to draw from this huge Mary Magdalene deck for the connecting energies. Oh shit. Connecting energies are saying, oh my goodness. There's a denial of the union for some of you. Some of you are like, some of you are delaying the union because you know it's there. And you're like, okay, cool, I can take my time. There's no need to rush. Things are going to come to fruition, but it's also the Four of Cups. So it's like, I need to reunite the fragments of my soul. There needs to be integration. The sun. I am aware that there is the great possibility for joy in this connection. Marriage. Divine marriage. Divine balance. And the presence of this never leaving you, regardless of the circumstances, the 3D circumstances, understanding why that's important. And the level of detachment that is necessary. We have the star in reverse, but it has Mercury right there. So some realizations still need to be had before union in a physical could happen. And it definitely is around clearing some of that malcontent, which is the other polarity here. Clearing the malcontent. Again, I always say these counterparts, they owe each other nothing but to be exactly who they are. And right now, who they are, they might not feel like themselves, is what I'm getting. The counterparts might not feel like themselves right now, because we have the sun. It's like when I look to you, I see my true self, and I'm not sure if I like what I see. That was kind of channeled, and that came through. But if you know that you like what you see deep down, but you're just having trouble with it on a conscious level with this Gemini and Mercury kind of energy, then just know that if the sun is behind a cloud, the sun doesn't go away. The sun is always there. Girl, you really got me now. This one, dress rehearsal. And manifesting. Okay, so the advice card that's coming out. The advice is that it's like everything we've been doing and everything we are doing right now, it's a dress rehearsal for what's to come. Manifesting, planting, reaping. So it's like when you plant your seeds in a literal garden, do you just sit there and try to watch your seeds grow? No, that's not what you do. You don't sit there and watch your seeds grow. It also says alternative choice and choices. I want to see what the alternative choice is here. What's the alternative choice? Okay, so we have temperance and the star that came in sideways. So basically you have your choice that is a shadow of the past, and your choice that is doing right now what you know you're going to be doing in the life that you're manifesting. And that is tough, that in-between point from being the past self. And in the past, it's like divine feminine is standing alone right here. So this equates to both partners feeling alone, emotionally alone, and not having people who understand their emotions maybe. But with divine feminine, at least there's an audience or a supportive director or 12. Yeah, some soulmates. Divine feminine is not alone in this journey. Divine masculine, see what's happening there. Divine masculine is changing like fucking, oh my god. The conscious mind is where there lacks strength, like strength in belief, strength in the ability to shut negative thoughts out of the mind. But then in the emotional realm, yeah, the magician, it's like being aware of manifesting, but not being able to implement manifesting due to the fact that it's like, ow, these thoughts hurt my brain. But with this, I want to see what's emotionally changing, and I want to get a vision for it. Amania Tastina Kana, Widi, Wingara Noyana, Yamudeto Yangara, Moni, Oninkoro Noyani, Orani, Yoane, Gangarania, Noyadini, Arania, Mo Yongari, Hana, Yaki. Okay, so this is a sad vision, but I like it a lot. It's there in the desert, and they think they see an oasis. It's far ahead. It's like on the dunes, and it's far ahead, and they're like, fuck, that better not be a fucking mirage. It better not be a mirage. It better not be a mirage. Because if that's a mirage, I'm going to cry and have to drink my own tears. All right, they want me to do a pick a card now. So I'm going to pause the video, set up 3 cards, and then there will be timestamps. It's just going to be a mini pick a card for y'all. So they want me to shuffle the pick a cards on camera. Tap into the deck. This is my Anubis Oracle. So they're having me shuffle cards 1, 2, and 3 in front of y'all. This is card 1. Oh, damn. Okay. So this is for everyone. We have the Hanged Man and Sacred Relationship. So yeah, some definite waiting going on. That one is Screaming Pile. It's like, okay. So go ahead and pick your pile or your card 1, 2, and 3. And then you can look in the timestamps. I mean, the description of the video for the timestamp. Hi, card 1. Okay, so we have Bast, Anubis, and Osiris. Ooh. So Anubis is the heart and the tree of life. So heart awakening. I'm getting the dove. I got the dove, which is like union through the heart. So this is a union of above and below. Osiris is the below, right? And Bast is like a connecting energy. Wow. And I split the deck and we have Sobek and Horus, which is the lovers in this deck. So union of the old self and the new self for this pile. The old self was very below. But thought they were above. And I'm not saying that to say, oh, you think you're better than everyone. No, that's not what I'm saying. I think that in this pile, there was this energy of having almost like dauntless fate at the faith. Wow, dauntless fate. So probably fated events and stuff too. So much faith in the beginning for your sacred purpose, right? And we also have Nut and Geb. There's all this like above and below, above and below, above and below. Wind. Wind is the connecting energy here between above and below. And so it's thought. It's the mental energy. And because there's a union with the below, right, of the human, your human essence, with Ptah and sacred purpose, this is about how, like, reforming the way you use your language. Yeah, okay, so I pulled this card, Alchemy, and we also have Thoth, which again is the mental energy and the energy of words. So they're wanting you to focus on wind, and specifically incantation. Oh my god, we have Ptah right underneath a new aeon. So this is the rebirth. You were speaking the rebirth of this connection into existence. Imagination, visionary prophet. So it's like, you know what's up. And with Thoth going the same direction as Horus. And with alchemy, this pile is very aware of how to use this alchemy, the 5 sacred elements. And once you use your alchemy, they're saying, surrender to the divine will of the universe. Thy will be done. Because my will is thy will. So when you say thy will be done, you mean my will be done. Don't see the universe as outside of yourself with this tree of life coming to the heart space. In fact, you don't. And understanding your heart as an engine. I just weirdly heard economics, the word economics. So it could be that if you did study economics with Thoth, or if you are hyper aware of economics, or like if you have an Aquarian energy of being really all about justice, or like a Libran. I'm getting any air sign for this pile, but like really just an energy of like you have these thoughts about what is right and wrong due to your intellectualism. I'm saying that's okay, but water is the element that you need to embrace right now in order to, because when you embrace your emotion without thinking logically about anything, this is what unblocks your fire. It unblocks your fire so that you may act in inspiration upon what you have already cultivated with earth, what you have already cultivated. It is all connected to ether. So they're also saying, don't be afraid of that connection of when you heal yourself and you see like a purge kind of manifest after. That's natural. It's okay. It's part of the process. And they're telling you not to fear it, just to know what's happening while it's happening, allow it to happen, surrender to the process, feel it through, and then watch your fire begin to ignite. If you'd like a personal reading or mentorship session to work with me on these 5 sacred elements, or really anything that's come into your mind, you can visit the description box of this video. My website is www.vivianmoonalchemist.com. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next reading. Hello, card 2. Card 2, Cycles of Change, Planetary Guardian, Spiral Dancer. There's that world imagery again. So this is my pile who's really all about the collective timelines and feeding light into the earth and almost like watching the earth go through this like death and rebirth and feeling very like empath energy, connected to the collective shifts, so much so that when the moon cycles are happening, it's like you're riding waves, constant waves. And so, you know, being aware of that, being aware of how the cycles affect your moods. And I want to pull a Starseed Oracle deck card for you. They're telling me to use. Okay, so there's the world again, but it's all teeny tiny. So they're saying, oh, all right, interesting. They're saying that you don't have as much of an obligation to the collective and helping the collective as you think you do. And some of you are the opposite. Some of you are like, fuck people, fuck the collective. And then your perspective is that you may also be putting the entire world on your shoulders like Atlas without knowing it, if that's your attitude. If you think that the entire world is against you, you're wrong. I'm sorry, I hate to say that. I hate to say that straight to somebody, but I am blunt, okay? I am blunt. And we have karmic relationships, which is maybe what's at the source of this. It's not actually the whole world that's against you. It's that you've been having some karmic relationships where you want to employ some big picture thinking, right? And that's Kepra is also the Wheel of Fortune, which makes me think of karma and karmic relationships a lot. We have the Great Severing in reverse and also Cracked Open. So some people in this life who are your karmic relationships where you have a deep soul connection, a deep love for them, you know, not your twin flame, but like other people you felt. Some of them are Orion starseeds, or you are an Orion starseed. Some of you are Pleiadian. And also Andromedan, because I'm an Andromedan. I tend to attract Andromedans. And Lyrans. I feel I get the they want me to channel light language for you right now. For almost like this healing of anger, softening to love, healing of conflict energies. They want me to channel light language for you.
Hana distini wana ingi me takwara nakarihni. Muntadi wara tukare warina. Horani angora takari. Orani atkanadi tokini and wara. Moriani wara yan. Hinankaratariana yadayanya.
So the specific big picture thinking that they want you to take, they want you to study the ibis and Thoth, like from that deck. Because they showed me the ibis again, that sacred bird, sacred knowledge energy. The emerald tablets. And understand what these things really mean. It's like they want you to understand unity consciousness. Because Toth, like he can be a bit of a tough customer, but in the most loving dad kind of way. We also have the void. He speaks about the void in the Emerald Tablet. So maybe you should check the Emerald Tablets if you haven't already. Atlantean energy, Toth the Atlantean, he calls himself that. So maybe there's some stuff around Atlantis specifically that you need to within your own aura, and also within your karmic relationships, realizing that some of you were incarnated with your karmic partners at the time when Atlantis fell. And yep, falling of Atlantis, right there. Ooh, so some of you were in high positions of authority, or your karmic partner was in a high position of authority. Most likely the karmic partner was in a position of authority over you, the world in reverse, yeah. So it's about clearing, basically when you clear your Akashic, you clear the Akashic of the world. When you help yourself, you help the world. So maybe if you're confused about what to do, whether it's about getting together with other people and collaborating on energy or anything like that in order to help the planet, or like you need to organize this and that with like groups of people, that's not necessarily what this is about, because we meet up in the ethers too. And this is like your Akashic record right now. They showed me this angelic realm where the ibis was. It was like up in the clouds, and they showed me you can be up in the clouds to receive a cleansing around these energies of anger and fear. As in these transcended dimensions, it's like these things don't really exist. They do, well, okay, we have the devil. So yeah, it's like they're kind of telling me that these energies do exist in the higher dimensional planes of reality, almost like the wrathful God energy is what I'm getting, and that there really is there is a difference between above and below, but at the same time there's not. And they're telling me that the union is the dragon energy. Okay, so look into that. It's a very esoteric pile, but, well, maybe all of them are, but look into the dragon energy, the connecting energy, the Ouroboros, where the snake bites its tail. Meditate on that, and then see how these things are contributing to maybe some frustration or lack of faith that you might be feeling. Especially if you feel responsible for the earth, you feel responsible for catastrophic events, or you feel responsible to take care of the collective in ways that you're overburdening yourself, especially as it relates to your twin flame. Because what I see happening is like before you come into more of a union with your twin flame, whether etheric or physical, for whatever purpose, you need to clear this karmic energy with these karmic counterparts and the energies around Atlantis, because those energies are very, very volatile, especially as it relates to your twin flame, can cause power struggles. And so that's why there's like a definite need to address, if you feel that energy happening again in your life for whatever reason, know that there's a deeper clearing needed. And that you're allowed to have peace right now. If you want to generate peace for yourself, you don't have to be restless with this Four of Swords in reverse. You're allowed to have peace for yourself right now, no matter what state anything is in. If you would like to get a session with me, to have somebody to kind of like help you through this, which is why I'm here. There were a lot of times when I wish I had somebody to kind of hold my hand through these processes and guide me. You can check the description of this video on my website. It's www.vivianmoonalchemist. I almost said alchemist. vivianmoonalchemist.com. Thank you for watching the reading. I'll see you in the next one. Pile 3. What up? Okay, so they had me set aside this card in particular, as I was about to do your reading. They were saying, okay, all paths lead home. This is what I was saying earlier, many paths to the same summit. Well, this is what I was saying earlier on the collective reading on my Divine Heartfire channel, and the link is in the description to the collective twin flame reading if you want to watch that too, if you're watching on my other channel. But hey, inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. They're wanting you to do some shadow work around this fear of choosing the wrong thing. This devil energy, right? Set is your shadow adversarial ally, trickster. So you might be experiencing a lot of trickster energy either in people around you or people. They want me to reshuffle these cards again from the collective reading for you because they're just set off to the side. They're like, okay, what part applies? They're saying not me. Okay, so you're above a lot of trickster energy. You're like, haha, bitch. This is you. You're experiencing some trickster energy. You've had a lot of trouble with it in the past, but now you're stronger and you're like, haha, Set, whatever. I know that you're a part of me, basically. I understand that you're a part of me, and I understand that if I stray from my heart's path, that it doesn't matter because the universe will always put me back on track, pretty much. Y'all seem like straightforward people. Like, I'm just like, I'm just saying, some of y'all. Okay. Queen of Pentacles. See? Ooh, the King. Okay, so this is my pile, even though it got set, right? That's literally manifesting physical union, okay? This is my pile where I feel like y'all know you're manifesting physical union, even though you're going through this period of clearing the last bullshit that you're familiar with, that you've been through before. And now you're looking at it with this attitude of like, whatever, I'm just gonna sleep a lot of this off, do processing in my dreams, and collect cha-ching. Like, I feel like you're in this cha-ching energy, even if you don't actually have as much physical money right now in this exact very moment. It's like you have that vibrational escrow. I love that vibrational escrow expression. Something needs to come to completion, but then, baby, you will talk to your counterpart again, and I'm feeling like singing about it. There is a lot of joy happening in this pile, despite Set hanging over your shoulder, chilling, asking you a lot of questions, and sometimes keeping you up at night, and sometimes making you feel afraid. But overall, you're like, we're done, Set. We're done. I'm not looking back anymore. Some of you, this is Hades, Cerberus energy, Athena energy. I don't know, like, why this is coming through for this pile specifically, but with Queen of Wands, yeah, you're like, I have my shadow right here as my little pet. My shadow is my little pet. I can growl, I can scream, I can run, I can be a wild woman. It's like, it's reminding me of that the sun card for the collective reading too. Joy. He's like peeping. Hi. So some of you are Pisces. That's so random. Some of you work with Oshun and Yamaya. Want me to get a few subconscious, because for you, it's about what's going on in your subconscious is what needs to be cleared. They're saying not me. Oh, not me. So this is not, maybe, even if it's about money, it may not be directly about money, but about value, right? It could be about material value as it relates to, like, emotional value. Just the energy of that, like, where's my place in the world? What's my value to the world? Which is much deeper of a concept than, do I deserve money? It's like, you know you deserve money, okay? At this point in your life, you're like, yeah, I'm worth the money, but am I worth the honey? Am I worth the honey? So, bees work diligently for their honey. The queen bee obviously is the one who's birthing the babies while the drones go out. And I believe all the drones are women. I'm not quite sure where. I think the males are specifically... Okay, it's almost like a brothel kind of energy, I'm pretty sure, with the males. You should look up the bee as a spirit guide and look into the dynamic that they have in their life and everything. And it's like, am I allowed to be a queen bee that I feel like I am? Almost like allowing yourself to act... Because it's like allowing yourself to fall knowing that you will fly because you're a freaking queen bee, right? Queen can still fly, even though she doesn't do a lot of flying. That's what she does. She's a bee. So I'm just getting this real etheric, angelic energy from this pile to music. Yeah, it's like you can hear the music of the angels. You can channel the music of the angels. So they showed me like a rainbow sphere. Sorry if that was really loud, by the way. So maybe you have a connection to Tibet. Or that kind of throat singing. I'm not sure where exactly it comes from. But they're telling me it relates to angels. Angelic fae. Angelic fairies. The woodland realms. The bee priestesses of Egypt. Yeah, you're like this ancient, wise old woman. Like the female version of the Hierophant, or some of you are female, some of you are not. But some of you, it's like this bad bitch energy. It's just, I'm just getting so much of that from this bio. And like Piscean, Scorpius. You've got water somewhere in your chart that rules some major planet of yours, a personal planet. And for many of you, it's like Pluto or Neptune or something like that. But yeah, these tones, these magic tones, they're actually healing you. And this is what they're saying, like with the honey that's coming through, the flower of light, like they gave me a rainbow sphere in my vision. And I feel like that's this flower. That's your flower. And the bees, they have to like chew up that honey and like regurgitate it, right? So there's like a purging process in the creation of honey. And then we have another flying card. Because there was falling, and then I drew that card that says flying. Like, I think that the purging, right, the processing of the honey, of the etheric energy, needs to happen in order for you to be flying. Okay, so there's this, they needed me to tell you this because we have the clock. Fear of running out of time right now. Traveling in reverse. Your twin ain't going nowhere, because look. They're literally on an infinite track. But there's like a little hill. There's like a little hill on that track. And then there's also a boat. Trains, planes, and automobiles, South by Southwest. I'm just saying movies because some of it means something to you. Oh, like the end of Trains, Planes, and Automobiles. This is what, oh my god, I have to, this is like the message of your reading, okay? The end where he's like, I like me. My wife likes me. And he's saying it to this person, even though his wife isn't there anymore. She's gone. My wife, it's like he says it like she's still alive. And then Steve Martin realizes, he's like, fuck, she's not alive anymore. He just goes from bus station to bus station feeling alone. But it's weird because then he gets invited over for dinner. He gets invited into the family again. And that's where I feel like it's at, is like he does and says things out of his own. Well, in the movie they interpret it like it's delusion, but it could also be faith. Like they don't make that explicitly clear, but I'm just like feeling the faith in that statement, and that it feels like an affirmation. And that I cry when I watch that, even though they make fun of it in a lot of like parodies. But that's what I'm also saying, is like your sincerity is not a parody, okay? You fucking deserve to be as fucking sincere as you fucking want to be, okay? Because we have revealing hidden love in reversed with being chased. So part of there is chasing energy in this pile. But what does the chasing energy come from? Okay, this is like your last message that I'm really getting. So this chasing energy has been around for maybe lifetimes. Beautiful with no emotion. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. What did I say about shadow work? There it is. Fresh-faced recruit. Remember that your twin flame is not a fresh-faced recruit. Their soul is deep. It says, hold on to your ideals. They'll be tested more than your armor or the edge of your blade. Damn, I just got chills. So your ideal is what? I feel like the chasing is to draw emotion out of the counterpart. And that emotion specifically to validate your value. The revealing hidden love to validate your value. It's like you're waiting for that. And you're also waiting for this person to admit that they're not a fresh-faced recruit. That they have that deep knowledge deep down in their soul. Egyptian past lives, netherworld, 7 powers. Work with the 7 powers as they relate to all pantheons. All pantheons have the same 7 powers, okay? It's part of alchemy. So, anyways, understand that your person isn't beautiful with no emotion. Also, beautiful is spelled a funky way. This pile has such cute energy. Like, you resonate with my silly, spazzy energy that I have, that I hold, that I love. And so I'm having you, I'm holding you, I'm loving you with this spazzy energy, and this, and you are valuable. You are very, very valuable. You should know this. You're an old soul, past lives, and therefore you have ancient karma. And part of this ancient karma is about being like a wild animal, basically. Like that, you know, it's okay for you to be a wild animal, but you don't know if other people feel it's okay for you to be a wild animal. But not all wild animals chase their prey. Grandmother Spider definitely doesn't. Meditate on that. Oh my god, my roommates are actually calling me. 1 second. Okay, last message is to expect the unexpected, and for the beautiful people coming into your life, because this card says beautiful, and I just paused, and my roommate was like, hey, a bunch of beautiful people are here, like, you better get down here. So, my Leo roommate. I'm always laughing about my Leo Virgo cusp roommate. Anyways, so beautiful people are at my house, so I gotta go. But go to the description of this video if you would like to get a private session with me. My website is www.vivianmoonalchemist.com. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next reading.